And I had to figure out quite quickly what's my role as CEO and owner. Well, I say owner, actually I should clarify that. I had 26 other shareholders. Hey, and guess what? We were all related. Can you imagine how fun the shareholder meetings were? There's me at the head of the table, 10 years younger than anyone else, CEO. Don't worry, we'll figure this out, I hope. Now, to say that I grew up in the shadow of the family business would be an understatement, because we had 4 generations living under the same roof. It was a little bit like a British version of the Waltons. And yes, for the avoidance of doubt, I am the little blonde chap sat in the back seat with my father and my grandfather and great-grandfather in the front. So I like to think of my joining the family business not as succession, but more as success because I was definitely unprepared or unplanned at that stage. I was certainly unprepared and at least 10 years too young for the role I was going to find myself in, because I was still in my mid-20s. And what I was to find out over the next few months didn't help me in terms of my confidence. The business was in trouble. We were losing $3 million a year.
What is the total leader? Well, the total leader is someone who sets out with a people-first strategy for their organisation. And by doing so, they outperform their competition. But they also understand that they need a balanced approach, not just to the way they lead their organisation, but to the way that they lead their lives. Today, I'd like to share with you some simple strategies that I think if you can apply consistently throughout your business, you'll see a noticeable improvement. I remember reading about Bill Gates when he was building his Microsoft empire. He would go away for days at a time, sit in a log cabin by a river, and just think. He didn't have a phone, he didn't have internet connection. He would think, he would read, he would think some more. And I think the path to greatness in terms of being the total leader starts with making that time to think. Going out once you have your vision and finding the best people you can find to help you with your vision and your mission. Find those A players, wherever they may be. It's much like a sports team. And I know there's a few people in the room that are hoping this chap might be able to help the Broncos along their way. The thing I like to talk about is working on your business, not in your business. Now, this is an easy line as a throwaway. Oh yeah, I work on my business, not in my business. But how many of us really do? How many of us can get away from the day-to-day and really say that we're doing the things that only a leader can do? We're planning for the future. We're looking for those A players. We're actually leading and coaching rather than managing. But a total leader's more than that. A total leader has a balance in his life that gives him longevity as a leader and a CEO. And I'd like to share with you today a few of the strategies that I think you can utilize in your organization to make your business more effective. So I think any leader should start off with a vision. What is the vision they have for their organization going forwards? And with that vision, is it actually a compelling vision of a better future? Now, I don't know about you, but I think it also has to be something that's a challenge. And that's why I put here, is it a BHAG? So who knows, obviously, what a BHAG is?
Big, audacious goal.
There you go. But is it audacious? That's the point. And I think you have to look at it and say, how challenging is this? It's not supposed to be something that's easily obtainable. Think margins, not sales. Now, I came from a background in the car business where you'd go into a room full of dealers and they'd all be talking revenue. My revenue's 200 million, my revenue's 300 million. And it all sounded very impressive until you realise that most of these guys are losing money. A lot of it is ego, and so I like to think of the accounting CPA analogy, which is revenue is vanity and profit is sanity. And that's where I come from. And I think if you're a total leader, yes, of course revenue is important, but I actually think that your business needs to be profit focused, not sales focused, to be successful in the long run.
I remember my father saying that he thought the purpose of a family business was that each generation should have more opportunity than the last. And I'd like to think if he was here today, he'd be proud of the way that we've transitioned from car sales to commercial real estate. But I think what he'd be most proud of is the fact that in 2013, we're going to celebrate 100 years as a family-owned business. Thank you.